Hey Virgo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Virgo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. This card actually says the fans on it, and this would be the World card in a traditional tarot deck. So the World card talks about completion and wrapping up or closing out cycles or phases in our life so that we can move on to the next chapter. With this energy, there's kind of this sense of looking back at how far we've come and everything that we've managed to overcome in order to get to this point, while at the same time looking forward to everything that the future has in store for us. So right from the beginning, there's kind of a feeling that this person's intuition is telling them that each step of their journey so far has led them to you. It has brought them to this point. It's led them to this particular place that you are in with them in your relationship right now, if that's how this is resonating for you. But it's kind of just this feeling of like all of the lessons, all of the trials and the tribulations have led them to this point. So this is somebody who might be getting a lot of intuitive hits about what's going on in their life in general and where they are finding themselves at this particular point in their life. I think this does relate to your connection, but I feel like this might even go deeper for them, and it might be about them noticing kind of how all of the steps have lined up, how all of these things have fallen into place to bring them to exactly where they are in this moment of their life. Now, I read the World card as inherently positive because it's always accompanied by this hopeful energy, even if things haven't been perfect up until this point. So for some of you, something could have gone wrong in this connection in the past, and this person might be receiving intuitive messages that their past actions could have negatively impacted this connection. If that's the case, I feel like their intuition's kind of giving them insight about where they may have gone wrong, but also giving them a lot of hope for the future. So for some of you, this is somebody who could have messed up, but they didn't really fully understand it at the time. They didn't see what part they played, or they were just oblivious to the entire thing. And I feel like they're now starting to see how some of the actions that they took, some of the words that they said, some of the ways that they showed up could have negatively impacted this situation. But at the same time, with the World card, we're always looking forward to that next chapter, to the next thing. So I feel like their intuition's kind of telling them to leave the past in the past, to let bygones be bygones, and to learn from their mistakes so that they don't have to repeat them. Now, this energy really could be reversed with this energy of leaving the past in the past. It's kind of giving me like a feeling of forgiveness. So if there was something that you would like this person to forgive you for, this could also be a message about that. This could be that their intuition's kind of telling them like, let it go, move on from what has happened in the past, and forgive. Kind of trust that those mistakes won't be repeated. It's kind of coming through like no matter who it is that might have made a mistake, and it could have been that both of you were at fault in a connection. If this is a previous connection, it could have been that. So it's just like a little bit of understanding and forgiveness as you move forward. For those of you where this is a new connection, I feel like this person's intuition is urging them to start this new chapter with you. It feels like it might be time for them to kind of like close out previous versions of themselves or previous versions of their life in order to embark on this new chapter with you. And they're getting kind of intuitive hits all the time that this is what they need to do. Their intuition is telling them that the past is the past, that that they will be successful at applying any lessons that they learned from the past, from past relationships, or just from going through life and just gaining more life experience, that they're going to be able to use those lessons to have success in the future. The World card is also representative of the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. In a traditional tarot deck, they'd be depicted here, but on this card, we're not seeing any of that. But it's like, what we're dealing with here is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio energy. So you or your person might have strong placements in one or more of those signs. For some of you, this person may be receiving intuitive messages having to do with travel, having to do with traveling to see you, or vice versa, you traveling to see them, maybe moving closer to one another. That's the kind of energy of the World card. Or this could have to do with some kind of intuitive knowing about how this relationship will be perceived or received by others, by family, by friends, potentially even by coworkers, which is interesting. Or if you or this person are in the public eye, this could be referring to how the public at large will view this relationship. Because this card is in the upright position, it seems like this person's intuition is likely telling them that this relationship will be well received, or that you will be receptive to them. Yeah. It could even be that intuitively they feel like this partnership or this relationship will be beneficial to them in some way, that it will start a new chapter for them in some way, that they'll be able to move on to this next phase because of this partnership. So this doesn't even have to be romantic. This could be a business partnership or a friendship, it could even be a collaboration, you guys, because we were kind of talking about like being in the public eye. So this could be some sort of collaboration between you and someone else, and they really think that this is going to be mutually beneficial to go forward with this. But yeah, I get the feeling that this person is having thoughts and also intuitive hits about how, I almost want to say the world at large, but that kind of depends on what your scenario is. It might not be the world, it might be their immediate family, it could be their children, but that they're having some sort of intuitive knowing or receiving intuitive messages about how someone in their life will look at this connection. And I don't have any reason to think that these intuitive knowings are negative, because like I was saying, the World card really does kind of come with an inherent positivity because we're looking forward to that next phase. So we will look at the rest of your cards and see what we see. Let me move this over to the side, but we will keep it where we can still see it because this is kind of the crowning energy of your reading. So I want that to play into the rest of what's going on here. So we have the Seven of Flutes. This would be the Seven of Cups, and this card says the Edit. We have the Three of Flutes, more Cups energy. Okay, so an emotional connection or something that this person feels very emotional about. We were seeing that with reading one, very emotional connection, a lot of emotions coming up. So we've got two Cups cards already. This card says here to make friends. What else do we have for you? We've got the Eight of Rings, the camera guy. So that would be the Eight of Pentacles. This is very interesting energy, you guys. The Three of Mirrors, red flags. This card showed up in the last reading, in reading 2. That would be Three of Swords. Okay. So lots of Cups energy. There are a couple of interesting things I'm seeing right away. The first is that you had two threes come out. You had the Three of Flutes and the Three of Mirrors come out. This can talk about signs and synchronicities that this person's been seeing and intuitively kind of knowing that it's more than just a coincidence. I feel like their logical mind might want to tell them that it's a coincidence, but intuitively they know that this is more than just by chance. This person may have been seeing 3333 or 333 or some other kind of repeating number sequence, and it's like every time they see this particular sign, they immediately think of you, and their intuition is telling them that it means something. I feel like they might not be exactly sure what it means or if they're kind of imagining the whole thing, but I think that their intuition is really telling them that this might mean something. This might be significant in some way. The second interesting thing that I'm seeing is that with the World card, we're talking about how this relationship might affect friends and coworkers. Like I was saying that before, like this could even be about coworkers. And it's really interesting that you had then the Three of Flutes, which the card literally says here to make friends, and this is a card about friendship and celebration. And you also had the Eight of Rings, which is the Eight of Pentacles, a card about work primarily. So that's That's very interesting. Yeah, with the Three of Flutes and this energy of friends and stuff, and then like this work energy, you might know this person from work or from your friend group. This could be a business partnership for a lot of you that you're wondering about, or there could be a business component to this, even if it is romantic. You might have met this person through work. This could have something to do with networking for business purposes. This person's intuition is telling them that you're the real deal. It's telling them that you're hardworking and genuine. So however that applies to this, like this might be that you kind of want this person to see you in a good light so that they can offer you an opportunity or something like that. And it's like they definitely see you in a good light. They're being told, like, this is it right here. This is the real deal. This is someone who's genuine. This is someone who means what they say and who does what they say they were going to do. But I do have to tell you that it really seems like this person might have been deceived in the past with this Three of Mirrors. Deceived by fake friends, by deceptive people in general, by people who kind of create this illusion of who they are, or they create kind of a facade. And it seems like this person may have fallen into that in the past or gotten hurt by that in the past. Their intuition is telling them to trust this, though, to trust you, to trust that what they see is what they get with you. That there's no like big scary surprises waiting to jump out and surprise them. Their intuition tells them that. Their past experience is kind of telling them something else, or it's making them think that history may repeat itself. Because they might have been burned in the past. And because for a lot of you, this could have to do with something to do with work. This could be like they've had employees in the past that have done them wrong, that have stolen from them. I've gotten into business partnerships with shady people who tried to screw them over. It could be something like that. This can be about relationships. They might have been cheated on in the past. They might have been in one-sided relationships in the past. So yeah, their experience is telling them one thing. Their gut is saying this is the real deal. This is a hardworking person. This is an honest person. This is a person who's here for the right reasons. Someone who's very genuine. There might even be kind of a feeling of like you wearing your heart on your sleeve. Like you're just, how do I want to put this? It's like, everything's kind of at face value with you. It is what it is. Like it is the truth. It's real. It's authentic. I think that that's where this energy of the world is coming in. It's like this person feels like they should leave their past behind and let their guard down so that they can kind of explore something new with you, or a new way of doing things, a different way of going about things. Like this new way that will net a different result is kind of how this is coming through. The world, like I was saying, it's like you look back at the past and you see like, okay, I went through that. These are the lessons I learned, and that's what I'm going to take forward with me into the future. And it's like, I think that's what this energy is. It's like this person wants to take the lessons that they've learned. And if they've even built up some protection, it's almost like they want to take that along with them too, because they don't want to go through the same experiences that they've gone through before. But at the same time, their intuition is telling them this is something different. This is something new. Let's trust this. Let's go with this. Let's see where this leads. Let's see where this could go. Intuitively, I think this person knows that you're also very attractive and highly sought after, however that's coming through. So I feel like whether this is business, friendship, romantic relationship, that they know that you have choices with the Seven of Flutes. They know you have choices. They know you have options, and they have a lot of opportunities and people vying for your attention and for your time. And they know that you're really busy. Like you have a full plate with all of your commitments. I kind of feel like they intuitively know how important it is to you to nurture several different areas of your life and to create success for yourself. And I feel like their intuition tells them not to stand in your way when it comes to this. Like that you're the type of person who is open to partnerships that really work. not one that's going to kind of derail you from your own personal dreams. With this, the Edit card, or the Seven of Cups, I kind of feel like this person knows that you're not afraid to cut things out of your life that aren't working for you. Like, you're not afraid to make big moves. And that you're not easily deceived either. It's like, if you see a red flag, you're going to solve it or you're going to eliminate it. I'm kind of getting this vibe also that this person's intuitively picking up on this work hard, play hard type of energy from you. So I feel like you're someone with big dreams, and they're kind of picking up on that. And you're willing to work for what you want in life, but you also want to enjoy the fruits of your labor and kind of cut loose sometimes. So this person has picked up on that fact about you, the fact that you like to have fun and that you like to celebrate your accomplishments. Another thing that's really interesting is that intuitively this person knows that you are an exceptional friend. Like, they see you as a really great friend. And this might be because this is a friendship. It doesn't have to be. It's like they see you as somebody who is very supportive of those around you and those that you care for. And this might be something they've actually seen in action. They might have seen you interacting with friends or family, or you may have extended some sort of kindness toward this person, but it's really coming through more as like they can just feel that about you. They can just kind of sense your heart. You're the type of person they know that they would want to have in their corner. Like, you're the type of person who's dependable and who wants to take care of those around you. The interesting part about this is I feel like this person intuitively knows that things haven't always been easy for you. Like, you may have had to work really hard to get to where you are. And you may have been hurt in the past. You may have been betrayed in the past. And I feel like this is like deep hurt. With the Three of Swords, it's usually something deep, something kind of emotional. And it's like what they sense about you is that you never really let any of that stand in your way or force you to become a negative or a cruel person. Like, you've remained true to who you are despite the challenges that you face. This person actually intuitively sees a lot about you. This is interesting. I wonder, like, for a lot of you, is this a brand new connection or what? Because it's almost like they know you. It's not coming through like they necessarily know all of the challenges that you faced or everything that you've been through, but I do get this sense of like they know you on a deep level, and that could just be that they have such an intuitive knowing of you. They can sense that there's a lot going on here and that you have a lot on your plate, but it's like they see you as a very kind-hearted person at your core, despite what you may have experienced in life. Let's look at some tarot. Some more tarot, I should say, and see what else. So, like, in reading one, I feel like this portion of the reading really opened up some more information about your person. I guess that could be said about reading two as well. So I left it pretty open. We'll see what comes through. So what is this person's intuition telling them about? No way. We had the Seven of Cups come out. So that is actually the same card. Seven of Flutes, Seven of Cups. So this is all about choices. It's about sometimes like illusions, sometimes being deceived, falling for the wrong thing, choosing the wrong option. It could be. This is especially the way that it's depicted on this card. This is really coming through as a lot of choice and maybe even confusion. Let's see how this goes. Like, I don't even know who we're talking about at this point, because we did have the Seven of Cups show up for you for sure. See what this energy is. There's so much Cups energy here. Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, Seven of Cups again, Four of Cups. A lot is coming through in terms of work connection, but there's also so much emotion here. I don't know if this is like tied together. This might be like someone you met through work that you are romantically interested in or romantically involved with. We have the King of Swords as well. This could be something someone just feels very emotional about. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. So there we go again. That's actually that card. Yeah, we're getting a lot of repeated messages here. So we had both of these cards show up again. Very interesting. So yeah, I feel like there could be even a sense of overwhelm here with the 7 of Cups energy. Both of you might be really busy. This person might be having some sort of intuitive, some kind of intuitive knowing about how busy you are, how busy they are, how your schedules, like they're worried that your schedules won't align or something like that. It's interesting. I see a lot about choices here, so they know that you have plenty of choices. They know that you have options here. I also feel like with this 4 of Cups coming after that, because it's like the 2 of you might both be busy or have a lot on your plate or have very different lives. But like this 7 of Cups and then this 4 of Cups, I feel like this person might think that you're not interested in them, that you wouldn't be interested in them, that you have so many choices that you wouldn't be interested in them. So that's one way that I can read this. I also think that this person with this 4 of Cups energy really sees you as somebody who, like, again, works really hard and that could use a break sometimes. They also see you as someone who won't just settle for anything. So they kind of intuitively know that your standards are high, that you're not going to settle for just anything. And I feel like this is like an intuitive knowing of what you deserve kind of coming through. So this could be somebody that doesn't really know you that well, but they see you as a high value person. They see you as somebody who's not going to just accept any old thing, that's not going to just take scraps, somebody who really deserves to have abundance and deserves to have a lot going on for them in their lives, and you're not going to just settle for anything. I also think that this person kind of intuitively knows that you're very direct and driven. With this King of Swords, I feel like, again, they were talking about you. It's interesting because like a lot of this energy, it's like their focus is really on you. And I do feel like some of these energies overlap with what they are feeling or experiencing in their life. But it's like this directness, it might be something that both of you relate on. Like maybe you're both very direct, but I feel like this person kind of intuitively knows that you are a very direct person. And that's where I was getting this energy with the edit of like, you will cut stuff out of your life if it doesn't serve you. And that's, again, the 4 of Cups. It's like you're not going to settle for just anything. You will eliminate something that doesn't seem right, and be very direct about it. So you might have even been direct with this person. This person also, like, I feel like they just kind of know that you're a leader, that you're very smart. And they might have even seen that you've applied some sort of strategy to your life, or like just have that feeling that you're very strategic. So this could be that you're very successful in whatever it is that you do, and they feel like there was a lot of forethought, like there was a lot of strategy behind it and a lot of work behind everything that you've built. So for some of you that will resonate, and this could be because you know this person through work, but this also could be just that they kind of just see you as very, very successful. So let's look at your tea leaf cards. You guys actually got like one of each. I feel like these are the only 3 types of cards that are in this whole, I won't call it a deck because it's just a giant collection of cards, but you got a month of the year and you got an astral house card along with the regular tea leaf cards. So a lot of variety there, a lot of choices. That 7 of Cups energy, again, a lot of variety. This could also be that this person sees you as somebody who likes variety, who values variety, maybe somebody who likes a lot of excitement in your life or something like that, likes to travel, likes to experience new things. Let's see what we've got. So we have Spear. This says heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, interesting, especially because we had this 3 of Swords come out. So I feel like that's tapping into that that world energy again, that there might be some kind of hurt here. This could even be that something fell apart for the 2 of you. And this is like that feeling of looking back over what has transpired. So this might, yeah, this is actually very repetitive if you think about the way the traditional Three of Swords card looks, where it's actually a heart being pierced, and that's really what we're seeing here with the spear. So this is about past hurt. This person knows that, like intuitively knows that you don't want to be hurt again, and I feel like this is energy that they share with you. You don't want to be hurt, you don't want to be disappointed, and like you're somebody who deserves better than that, and you know it. So I just feel like they're picking up on that energy, and that there could be something in both of your past, or this could be about your past relationship. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have September, which is in a couple of days at this point when I'm filming this video. So that might be significant to some of you in terms of timing about something that's going to happen, or some sort of intuitive knowing that this person, that this person's picking up on. You could have a birthday in September. They could have a birthday in September, but I feel like if it's your birthday, it's like they might not know this for a fact, but they might intuitively pick up on like some sort of celebration. I'm also hearing that the two of you might end up in the same place at the same time because of like an intuitive knowing. So it could be that like they just kind of get this feeling that they need to be in a certain place, and then you're going to run into this person. I'm getting more vibes of like a restaurant or a party or something that's kind of celebratory, because we had that Three of Cups show up so much, or something that involves friends. That is so interesting, you guys, and this might mean that something is happening with this connection very soon. This could also be talking about a past September, or it could be an anniversary, a birthday, something like that. Let's look at your last card. So we have love. Wow. That just kind of tells me that this person's intuition is telling them that there's some deep feelings here. And if it's romantic, that'll make complete sense. If it's not, it's like deeper feelings about where this partnership is going to go, where this friendship is going to go. Maybe just even this feeling of immediately being drawn to you. Having that feeling of like, oh, I love this person, even if it's not in a romantic sense. It's just like, oh, I love them. Like, I love everything about them. I love, you know, the way that they dress and their energy and like how we vibe together. It's just kind of this like all good vibes feeling. Again, with that Three of Cups that we had show up twice, this could be a friendship of some kind. Very interesting. I do feel like there is some reference to the past here, and I feel like it's showing up more in like a fear and worry capacity, because this person's intuition is telling them to move forward from past hurts, but it's like it keeps showing up with the Three of Swords and that Spear card. The past hurts keep showing up, but intuitively they feel like they should leave it behind. They should just take the lesson and leave the rest. What else do we have? So we had card 10, initiation, come out. Kind of interesting this is a 10, because 10s are all about like closing out cycles, beginning new cycles, kind of like leaving the past behind and starting something new. So we've been talking about that sort of energy with the World card all along. I feel like this person feels like what's really interesting about this is we're talking about with the World, like the past lessons and stuff. So when we talk about initiation, I was going to say it's like this person feels like you initiated them in some way, like you woke them up in some way, you ignited some sort of passion in them. That's what we're seeing in this card. This is fire element card, and we see kind of like this flame. So it's like you ignited something in them. And we were kind of talking about like this sense that their steps, or like what they've gone through in their life, has led them to this point. And I feel like that's that initiation energy coming from them. Like they were initiated. They were kind of like all of their lessons, all their growth, all their self-discovery has kind of led them to this point with you. So I feel like there's a highly intuitive sense with this person, a highly intuitive knowing about this connection. So card 26, this is curiosity. This card is actually connected to the energy of Jupiter. And we're looking at an 8 again. That's bringing me right back to the 8 of Rings, that work thing. This really might be a work connection, or the two of you might like kind of bond over work, or you met why am I hearing, this is so specific, I don't even want to say it, but I feel like some of you met because like you went to some sort of conference, or you will be going to a conference that might be work related, or like self-development type of conference, because I'm feeling like this person might have felt that their intuition led them to you to begin with. Like however they initially met you, they might have like, maybe they weren't really going to go to this conference or to this party or to this work event or whatever it is, and then they ended up meeting you there. So for a very few of you that might resonate, but that just came through so clearly. This card is about curiosity. So this is like, I feel like this person does find you to be a little bit of a mystery. Their intuition is telling them that you're a little bit of a mystery. There's a lot more to learn about you. They're curious about you. They really are curious about you. And it's almost like even if they've tried to get this connection out of their mind, something intuitively tells them to stay curious, to stay engaged with this. That's very interesting. Wow. Okay. We will take the card that flipped over. And that is the land between. I feel like this is so fitting. First of all, we're dealing more in like the higher chakras here. We're dealing with like the crown chakra here with this purple energy. So this is about intuitive knowing right there. This is about this person feeling more connected to their intuition. But the land between is such an interesting idea to come out when we're talking about this energy of the world and we're talking about the energy of the 10. Because both of these, both the world, card 21, and card 10, they both talk about kind of like ending one cycle and beginning another cycle, but there is always that time in between when things aren't quite figured out yet. You haven't really started the new project and you're still kind of halfway leaving the old thing behind. And it's like, I feel like that's the energy of this person, kind of this energy of like ready to move on to something else, but maybe sort of held between. So this could be a past relationship they're still getting out of, maybe connections that are still kind of lingering and in some cases maybe haunting them. Because we did have this 3 of Swords energy and this energy of like hurt, this could be kind of the place of traveling from being very cautious and being very guarded and protected over to a place of being more open and vulnerable, but it's like they're not quite there yet. The fact that this card came out the way that it did tells me that this person is intuitively knowing that they need to leave whatever this is in the past. They need to walk away from it completely, because this has been a recurring message. And it's not that this has to be anything bad or negative in this person's life. It's just that they're ready for a new phase, and it seems that that new phase involves you. And it's like they won't be able to fully step into this until they get out of this sort of in-between energy, or they stop looking back at what has transpired over the past. Yeah. And I feel like they know that. I feel like intuitively they kind of know that they might be hanging on to a couple of things. And that's where that 4 of Cups energy is coming from, that like worrying that you won't accept them as they are, or that you won't want to deal with the baggage that they come with, whatever that might be. Because they need to let go of some things. They could even need to just like free up some time. That could be the issue here. So yeah, that's a really interesting message to come out, but I feel like that's very fitting. I feel like this person is about to embark on a new cycle, a new journey, and that it has something to do with you. And they might be a little bit in between right now. They might be still kind of focusing on the old, or like breaking away from that old cycle. But intuitively, they know it's time to start a new chapter. They know it's time to bring some sort of stability to the situation. So yeah, I thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.